You're probably saving money coming here.
The lifestyle here is so relaxed.
I think I'll be happy with the 4 to 6 months a year.
To escape from the lovely Adelaide weather.
We keep exploring Indonesia.
This is our second trip in the last 6 weeks.
And now we've just started the 60-day stretch.
Because everyone else is a bogan,
Yeah.
not us.
For years, the Bali Dream meant selling everything and moving here for good. And I've made videos about that in the past. But something's changing. Almost every week I sit down and speak with someone telling me about the way that they're visiting Bali these days. And it's not a holiday, it's not moving here for good, it's something a little bit in between, something like a hybrid of the two, where people will come for multiple months and stay here, but also going back home as well. It's a life built on integrating the best of both worlds. If you really love Bali in the rainy months, you can come over here and do that. If you love it in the cool season, when it might be winter in your home country, you can do that too. And people are spending a number of months, depending on what their circumstances are, getting the best of both worlds. I actually find this quite fascinating, and I decided to sit down with a couple of different people for different perspectives on how they're doing it. They're followers of the channel, and funnily enough, they're both from Adelaide. Now, the first guy, his name is Neville, and I actually caught him, well, he caught me actually on the beachside path when I was walking past. And he said, "Oh, I wish my wife was here. She won't believe that I've just met you." So I took that as an opportunity just to go and interview Neville about what his story was. I wanted to know, how does he make it work? Whether he sees this pattern emerging into something a little bit more long-term, and how that fits in with his life back home in Australia. Their stories are fascinating, so let's find out. So I've just bumped into Neville from Adelaide. He spotted me on the path. And so what's your story, Neville? What you just arrived?
Just been here a few days, but to be honest, we've just had 5 weeks back in Adelaide.
Yep.
Prior to that, we were here for a month.
Wow. And so is that sort of a pattern that's emerging for you, coming back more often?
Exactly. We're just testing it out. Like last year, we had 2 months away.
Yep.
But that was pretty well a month around Bali and Lombok.
Yep.
But a month around Sulawesi.
Oh,
You know, so
nice.
we're Adelaide, but we want to keep exploring Indonesia.
Nice.
Goes.
Oh, I love that.
This year, we're trying for 3 months.
Yep.
A month in Bali. Now we've just started the 60-day stretch.
Right. So in this 60-day stretch, are you going to base yourself just in Sanur? Are you going to do some of these little jumps across to other places, or?
No, we're only here for about a week in Sanur.
Yeah.
And then we're going to jump straight up north to Pemadaran.
Yeah.
And following that coast,
Yeah.
we're keen snorkelers.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Follow that coast and take in Lavina for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And we'll have some of the recommendations that you gave us.
It's nice up there. Look, the good thing about Lavina, it has an old school feel.
Yeah.
That I sort of feel that you got maybe 15, 20 years ago down here. It feels really good. It is a little bit quiet, but it's nice.
So the itinerary keeps going, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep speed through it. Lavina, and then Lipa Beach in Ahmed.
Yep.
And down to just out Padang Bay for a couple of days.
Yep.
And then ferry across to Lombok.
Nice.
And then try for the first time Kuta Lombok.
Yes, okay.
The base there.
Yeah.
And then back to our favourite spots around Sekotong.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Krishna bungalows down there because we want to explore the secret gillies.
Yeah.
And also staying at the around Gili Gadai.
Right.
So
is your sort of this time it's more of a trip to explore even more of Indonesia, but do you then after this trip foresee setting up a base here?
no, I think I'll be happy with the 4 to 6 months a year.
Yep.
In the prime time.
Yep.
Weather-wise.
Yes.
Adelaide.
Get out of the cold.
Our summers we have great festivals.
Yeah.
Like that, but yeah, get out of the cold.
So will that be? So if you're saying like maybe doing 4 months here, you're not going to do a 4-month stretch, or would you do 2-month stretches?
Yeah, at the moment we're looking at the 2 and 2.
Yeah.
With so perhaps even July back in Adelaide.
Yeah. That's good.
There might be potential for a 3-month visa recently. So
yeah, you can get around. I mean, you can basically stay.
Or extended.
Yeah. You can basically stay 6 months without any hassle here.
Yeah, but it is nice to go home.
Yeah.
And Adelaide's a 4.5 to 5.5 hour flight.
Would you consider getting accommodation here where you can store, like if you're coming in that much, where you can store stuff? Like cheap? No.
Yeah,
so,
no, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, and in fact, my wife has she's researched some of the places.
Yeah.
My research says, well, I think I can equal that price.
Yeah.
But still move around.
Yeah.
I can find places that come close to that.
Okay.
That give you that flexibility to stay in different parts of the island and keep discovering.
Well, that's a good bit of information. So you've done the research. Basically, if you're coming for sort of 2-month stints, you're better off probably, in your point of view, sort of like getting keeping the flexibility by doing monthly stays rather than going and get something for 6 months or whatever.
Even less, but I think I'll give you some finances. I think over the 2-month period, average accommodation was around the 69 in Australia.
Nice, nice.
And that's comfortable. We know we could do it less.
So, and 60 days at $69 a day, that's about $4,200. Not a lot of money, is it, for 2 months?
And probably 50 plus of those include breakfast. Chuck that mass in at $10 a head.
That's right.
Nice spread of
and eating out's cheap.
Exactly right. Yeah.
You're probably saving money coming here.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like seriously.
No, you're on track. People have asked us that. It's pretty expensive back home.
Yeah, especially if you're running a heater and stuff at home.
Spot on.
Like some people have got massive electricity bills because they're living in a cold area or they're running the heater a lot. Yeah. Or if you're not working anymore and you're at home all the time, you need to run that heater all day.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not a massive difference, is it, in terms of dollars?
That's right.
Sometimes we think of this headline figure, $4,200. Oh, that's a lot of money, but you're going to spend maybe not that much, but you're still going to spend a lot at home.
Definitely right. Yeah, it's very attractive, and we're just happy to keep exploring and make the most of it.
Wow, that is a great story. Thank you very much for being on the channel. No, really appreciate it.
No, you're doing great work, and we've got a lot of places you recommend. So
thank you.
Spot on.
All right, beauty. I think we can all agree that Neville's story is quite interesting and resonates a lot with me, and I'm sure it resonates with a lot of people, especially when he says something like, it's always nice to go home. And that sense of home is changing over time. For me, home is in Indonesia, but for a lot of people, home is still in their home country, such as Australia, and they can use Bali as their second home. It's sort of something like what Joe and Franca, who I interviewed probably about a month ago on this channel down at the beachfront, they also said a very similar thing as well. Next up is Scott and Francis. They're also from Adelaide. It seems like half of Adelaide is in Bali at the moment, escaping the bitter cold which is sweeping across the state.
I'm here with Scott and Francis. She likes to be called Francis sometimes because they're from Adelaide, and that's what they do in Adelaide. They do the
We're fancy.
What's your story? What is your relationship with Bali?
Well, we've been coming for a while. I actually have probably been here 8 times now.
8 times, yeah.
And originally Scott said, let's go to Bali. And I said, not really that keen. It's full of bogans. Yeah. I don't want to come at all. And
because everyone else is a bogan, not us.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I thought, well, let's give it a go. We'll see what it's like. And I've really loved it.
Yeah.
And probably the people has been my most magic experience here, and obviously the food.
So
and the weather.
Are you guys still working, or what's your story?
Well, I like to say I'm fun employed.
Yes.
Because I'm not unemployed, but I'm fun employed. And
I retired, and this one went out in sympathy because I retired.
So let's just say that you're not really doing too much work anymore.
No.
Maybe not the complete traditional retirement, sitting in a rocking chair type thing.
Yeah.
But you still want to be active and do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're coming to Bali a lot now?
Well,
this is our second trip in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot.
Only because the weather is so crap at home that we went, well, let's just get out and exercise.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do that at home. It was rainy, it was cold.
So easy with a direct flight. It's get on a flight at 7 o'clock at night and you're in Bali at 10:50 local time on the Jetstar. Well, that's something called the Bintang Express.
Yeah. So is that something that is happening more often for you guys now as time goes by? You're trying to get back here a little bit more, or? Yeah.
Definitely. I think the lifestyle here is so relaxed and affordable.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why we couldn't just come over for a few weeks, enjoy our visa for 30 days. And we probably do about 22 each day. And then go back home, do our washing, feed the plants, make sure the parents are still alive.
Clean the pool.
So you're basically doing 3 or 4 weeks at a time, multiple times in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you start to realise how easy it is as well, both from a I guess, logistical getting here and things like that, but also being able to book. It still does my head in that you can do everything sitting on your computer at home and literally arrive here and everyone knows who you are and everything just slots straight into place and things like that. So it's just really easy, and it just makes the experience worthwhile.
I've been speaking to a lot of people recently that have been doing similar things. I mean, everyone has a different way of doing this, but having this sort of a semi-permanent relationship with Bali, not coming here to live, still having their house at home in Australia, coming over for long periods, and really just, I guess, trying to do both things at once. And is that sort of what your plan is going forward, something like that?
I don't see any reason not to have a house at home. I think if you can and you can afford to do that, it's so easy. For sure. And when
Best of both worlds.
Absolutely, you can actually have a couple of nights in a different accommodation, move around as you like, and then when you're sick of it or you're ready to go home to do your washing or whatever it might be, off you go.
We still have the ties at home because we have elderly parents, so it's easy to get away for a few weeks knowing that if you have to go home in a hurry you can, but also on the flip side, you're not there all the time and things like that. But it's also, especially this time of year being dry season, it's an escape from the lovely Adelaide weather, and most people tend to comment that when we're heading off, it's all right for you people, just leave us in the cold and miserable weather.
Do you think this is sort of like, because this is what you're doing is not really something that we would have heard about too much maybe 20 years ago, like it sort of feels like a new way of doing things. It's not really tourism, is it? It's an in between tourism and permanently moving somewhere. You know what I mean? Like if you're going in as a tourist, you're coming in for a 1 week, 2 week stay, you're gonna do the touristy things. But if you're coming over for longer periods and for more often, it's sort of a different style, isn't it?
Well, I think because we've done that touristy stuff, like we come here for a week or two, we have done the tourists, we've done the temples, we've done the rice paddy fields, we've done the wood, we've done all of that. So there's no reason to do it again once you've done it.
And
so
I think also with the cost of Jetsstars and things like that, with the addition of also being able to have Air Asia come into Adelaide, it makes the airfare, I guess, not so much affordable, but it becomes more of a bus ticket, for want of a better word, rather than sort of a one-off. If you're travelling to Thailand, for argument's sake, paying a $800-900, it starts to get sort of fairly expensive. Times it by 2 if you're doing it regularly. So cost is not the be-all and end-all, but it's it just does make it sort of cost effective, I think, is a good way.
And do you think, not being in Adelaide right now, you're saving on electricity and gas and that sort of stuff, and maybe you're not spending petrol in your car. Do you think some of those savings then contribute to, I guess, how affordable this trip becomes for you? Because then the net cost for you coming here is negligible, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Because we don't go out all the time for dinner and things like that, but if we did, here you come here for lunch and it's, you've eaten for $10 or whatever, and that probably includes your alcohol. It's a really great affordable way for everyone to live. But we're not spending money on our car, we're not spending money by fuel costs are crazy expensive. So we're not spending any of those things.
All right, that's a great little insight into how you're doing Bali the new way. Thank you very much, Francis.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Scott.
Adam.
Thanks for being on the channel.
Great to meet you.
My pleasure.
So one thing I did fail to mention as we were speaking to Francis and Scott here was that they're actually my first member. Now, if you number one. Now, if you don't know what memberships are, it's just basically a way to support me. And these guys, I really appreciate your support. If you're interested in giving a little bit of support and maybe helping keep this channel going, be like these guys. Join up as a member. This hybrid style of being in Bali is something that crept up on me quite suddenly, actually. I'd always thought that people are coming here to live or just doing holidays, but this hybrid arrangement where people are going home to a proper full life in Australia or Europe or the US, that sort of thing is happening a lot more now, and I think it's probably not really spoken about too much. A lot of people probably think of it, they're just going on holiday again for another long holiday. But it's a little bit more than that. When you come and stay here for a month and you do that multiple times a year,
you really almost have a second residency in another part of the world. Everyone's situation is a little bit different, and there's a lot of things which go into determining whether you can do this and how long you do it for. Things like your health, your family requirements. Have you got elderly parents or children or grandchildren that you want to see, as I get done by the smoke here in the rice field? Or have you got enough money to do it? Because you certainly need to have a little bit more money to do this, because you need to keep a house in your home country as well as coming and flying here multiple times a year. Actually, a friend of mine who is actually also a subscriber of the channel, he's a specialist doctor from Perth, and his arrangement's quite unique in that he has a very fluid work arrangement when it comes to doing surgeries and so forth. And if he's not busy at a particular time and doesn't have any patients that he needs to look after, he'll just zip across here, spend a couple of weeks, and then go back home. It sort of depends on your personal circumstances about how you actually manage it. Others still, like Scott, Francis, Neville and his wife Anne, they base their decisions a lot on weather, because you want to get out of the cold weather in the particular place that you live in. That's really smart as well. But if you're interested in doing something like this yourself, let me know in the comments below, because I think it's something that probably deserves a little bit more exploration. A new way of traveling and living. I absolutely love it. Living your life to the fullest. What better way could you do this than coming and living in Bali for large portions of the year? I think it's fantastic. And you know what? It's good for the Balinese economy as well. People like this are normally staying in hotels or guest houses. They're staying longer periods of time, pumping money into the economy. They're not taking local jobs. They're giving people jobs at the restaurants by giving jobs to drivers, giving jobs to the guest houses. It's really good for Bali, but it's also good for the individual as well, especially if you've got enough money to do it. Once again, I'd like to mention that my channel is open for memberships, which cost $5.99 per month. And they are really a great way to help support the channel and allow me to keep creating these sorts of videos about Bali in general, about Indonesia in general, having a look around, getting recommendations on where to go, what to see, perhaps connecting with the local people a little bit more deeply, digging beneath the surface. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult when you come to a place like Indonesia to dig beneath the surface, but I definitely try and do that. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, please, please, please hit that join button, sign up to one of those memberships. It's only the cost of a coffee once a month. Really would appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time. Sampai jumpa.